Active Investor here, bringing you another independent analysis. This time we're taking another look at ticker symbol SGY, that's Stone Energy Corporation. The chart we're looking at here today is a 2-hour chart. Each candlestick on this chart representing 2 hours of trading. We go back all the way to right around June 19th, and we're going to focus on a few things. There's a lot of cool points on this chart that I'd like to discuss. First thing first, let's get those pivot points out of the way. So the top one we have there is going to be 1920. Moving on down, we have a few more to cover. The next one being 1350. And right down below that, we have 1195. That was a super important part today. And then we have at the bottom, all the way down there, 875. So 875, 1195, 1350, and 1920. Now I did mention 1195 being super important today. That's because if SGY closed above 1195, and it definitely had some resistance there for a while, it was just testing it for a good 15-20 minutes. Couldn't really hold those levels before it pushed up real well. Closed all the way up at 1235. So it was a very important area to close above, since that was the closest area of hard resistance that we had on this chart. And if we didn't break that, we might have fallen somewhere in the middle, probably back to around this trend line. Speaking of trend lines, we have two. So we have this downtrending line and this uptrending line. Now this downtrending line started all the way back on May 12th. Had to do a little quick calculation there. May 12th, that's when this thing really started downtrending, and we sold off pretty hard. So there are a few other areas where we were downtrending, of course, but this is the major trend line. And you can see today we broke above that. Not only that, but we have this uptrending line. We've been making higher lows on the chart overall, here, here, and now we're up here. I don't think we'll fall all the way back down here. And if we do, even if we fall all the way back down the trend line, which I don't think will happen, then it's still making higher lows as long as we stay above that trend line. So this is called a wedge formation, when you have the two trend lines starting to get closer and closer together, and a breakout is more likely to happen as you get to the end of that wedge. And you can see we didn't quite fill the entire wedge here, but we did get to the end of it mostly, and then we had that breakout. So some really good stuff going on here for SGY. We can also take a look at the RSI down at the bottom. Let's take a look at these overbought points, specifically these last three. So you can see each overbought point was quite a bit lower, but if you look at where they ended, you'll see that we're still overbought, and we're actually much higher than we were overbought before. So we started overbought here, which was a lower overbought area than the prior three, but we're still overbought entirely on this chart, and we're much higher up. That's telling us that we're breaking this trend, and the next oversold point will probably be a higher oversold. Now we'll take a look at the oversold points. You can see it was lower and lower, still downtrending, but the next time we go oversold, if we do sell off, it will probably be right around this support level at 1195. Worst case scenario, we fall back down to either one of these trend lines, and the absolute worst case scenario, still going to be a higher oversold point. So this thing's definitely uptrending, and it is definitely breaking out. And the volume also came back nicely today as well in comparison to the last few days. So that's why SGY is on my watch list for a potential swing, and that's why we're going to be discussing this in the chat room at activeinvestors.net quite a lot in the next few days. Definitely one to watch, and that's the setup that we're looking at. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time.